Hey, what's up guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, I go by Chris, delivering you the best moto vlog content in Montreal. What's good? So, oh, look at the doggy. If you are living in the Canadian side, the North America, you know that the motorcycle season is about to come to an end. And it's really unfortunate. Soon you're gonna see the leaves fall and everything's done and all the bikes are gonna be hiding again. So I think it's about time we gave our review on the Ducati Panigale 959.
I'll be that. He's your motherfucker. Muchos what I'm repping.
We're gonna talk about the bike in many different points. We're gonna talk about it with visuals, my experience on the first ride, the long-term stuff, some features that came with the bike, and we're gonna talk about more about the bike. So let's talk about visuals. Visual. When I talk about visual, I'm talking about the sexy curves of this bike, my guy. Yo, the aggressive front end, that ass though, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The visuals, they look too good. From the paint to the body, boy, who doesn't like a look of a Ducati? It's so pristine. It's golden. It's, oh my god, you see one, you're like, you know, the first time I saw my Ducati, well, the first time I laid eyes on a Ducati, boy oh boy, you ever seen an Italian woman look at you and want you? Yeah, that's what it is, man. Now that we covered up the visuals and I think everybody's on the same page with the visuals, let's talk about my first ride. Man, the first ride, if you guys have been following the channel for quite some time now, you guys know that I came from a Z1000 sport touring, naked bike, slash touring, whatever you guys want to call it. And you guys know it's a bit different, right? I'm a bit upright, right? I sit like this. It's a bit weird. You know, the first time you get the bike, you're so excited. You don't even know what you're thinking anymore. You're like, you don't understand what's happening. You don't even understand what's happening. Is this going on? Is this? Your adrenaline's pumping. You're so excited. You're just driving the bike. You don't really know, but the first time I remember, man, you know when they give you the keys to your bike and they're like, sir, your Ducati. Oh shit! I can't even find his feet. Oh shit! It's my Ducati. Oh, okay. Alright, we're doing this, and your first time you start it up, when it gives you that long ass Italian startup. Oh yeah, that's what you will wait for. It's that roar. First ride, man, it's all about excitement and joy, man. You don't even know what the hell are you thinking about. All you're thinking about is all the beauty that you had. Anyway, now let's talk about the long term. I'm talking about riding it for a long time. I'm talking long hauling with it, short city driving, highway driving, talk about everything, literally everything. So first of all, let's begin with this famous Ducati seat. Ducati works like Apple, okay? Apple gives you this, but you gotta buy this, all right, to get nice and comfortable with an Apple. And Ducati does the same thing. They give you this bike, and then they go, yeah, this seat, we're gonna make it so bad, even though you're paying for the top race bike, we're gonna make it hard as a rock. I get it, fine. You're not supposed to get comfy on a sport bike. It's supposed to be nice and stiff for you. You know, fine, I get it. But man, it is not comfortable for like long hauling. Like the first 3 months, like I was like, it hurt my ass. Oh, big time, it hurt my ass. Every time I had the chance, I'd get up and squeeze my butt, and people would think that I was into that stuff.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
After 3 months, man, my butt was good. I was immune. I was a superhero. Call me Marvel on this seat, bro. I got this. And then when you try to get the Ducati performance seat, it's like $400. Boy, I just spent all this money on this bike. You want me to spend for seat? Everybody who owns a Ducati knows that this seat is not the most comfortable seat you could ever have in the bike world. I'm telling you right now. If you're buying a Ducati, you're not buying it for the seat at all. You about to sit down, and I'm telling you, when you sit down, disregard the seat. Don't even think about the seat. Let's move on to these goddamn mirrors. These mirrors, they do not work. They work like shit. They look like shit. They look like antlers. Okay, on an ant. They look like antennas. They look like I'm ET. It's so bad. They look horrendous. Like, the worst part is they're made out of plastic. They're not even strong enough. They don't even fold. Well, they fold, but they fold once, and that's it. I'll tell you what. Mirrors, gone. Got it off. I did the block off delete with the flasher. That's all I need. There's one thing about this bike that it's pretty obvious, but I think it's pretty too obvious. The vibration of these handlebars are serious. Alright, this is something you gotta get used to, or else your hand is gonna get super numb really fast. The Z1000 didn't really have much vibration. This, my friends, if you're long hauling with this, I swear to you, any position you do, this, that, finger touch, not working. Not even these Rossi ticklers on my gloves are working. No, the vibration is real, and I'm telling you, it's something to get used to. You know? Now, people say, oh, get an exhaust for the bike, get an exhaust for the bike. Do you know how much the bike is? Do you know how much the exhaust is? Do you know how much work it is to do the exhaust on this bike? Yeah, you don't. A full Acura is like $4,000. Alright, anything for a full ass Ducati is like your full bank. Alright? It's not even a joke. It's not even funny. Any parts for this bike? Your Japanese would have cost you $100 just because you got a Ducati Italian. It's 200 guarantee. Ain't even lying to you. You know, I'm not bad mouthing. I'm just giving my review. Don't forget, because I still pay the goddamn price for these parts. I'll tell you that. Maintenance, okay. Honestly, if you do it yourself, you save the bucks. A lot of bucks. I mean, the parts, you can't really save yourself from the parts, but the man labor, yeah, that saves you a lot. I'm telling you, you can do your own oil, you can change your own air filter, you can change your own brakes, you can flush your own fluid. All those stuff that are general that you are supposed to know how to do on the bike. If you know how to do it, it'll save you a lot of money. I'm telling you, I'm not even lying. The only thing that I fear for having a Ducati right now is for that Desmo service at 2400. Long hauling on this, okay, it's gonna take you like some sort of like ancient dance to boost you up before your long haul, because I'm telling you something, boy. When I did Toronto, this for me, I'm fine. I was good. But I could see some people complaining about this. It's definitely not a touring bike, but if you want to try to tour it, it's an experience to get. This thing, let's talk about price. This price goes for about, I think, I'm not too sure anymore, about 19, 18, 19. Retail price for $959. Not bad, right? So the next thing I want to talk about is the heat that this bike generates over time. And I'm telling you right now, most bikes out here that we got, I think the MT-09 out here produces heat by the ankle, and I think the Gixxer right here produces it on the calf. This bike produces it on your thigh, everywhere on your ass. Okay, the exhaust is right underneath your seat. Okay, the engine is bolted into the frame, so everything that is you're holding on to, it is extremely hot. The bike reaches up to 110 degrees on highway on extreme hot weather, and I'm telling you, it burns my testicles. All right. Now there is some modifications you can do to the Panigale. There's some heat wrap that you can put underneath all these components. It's a heat shield, and so therefore this bike, I do have a heat wrap on my exhaust, but it does not work. I'm telling you right now. So, anyways, coming by that heat, that is one thing that I'd like you guys to know for sure. For the last thing I want to mention is the dash. The dash, you have race mode, you have sport mode, and wet mode. So obviously by their names, you kind of want to pick on how you drive. Obviously, if you get this bike off of the dealership, I'd recommend you to drive it in wet mode, just for you to get the feels and to get used to on how the bike behaves. So this bike, it has wet mode, and when it goes into wet mode, everything from engine braking control, Ducati traction control, and ABS all have their own specific settings for these type of modes. So let me demonstrate to you how to change into the modes. So here we have wet mode, and as you can see, it's showing a bunch of numbers here for the engine braking control, the Ducati traction control. And if you look at here, I'm going to change it to sport mode, and you're going to see it's going to switch right away and automatically on the fly. And here, one more time, let's go to race mode, and it's completely that easy. And I could tell you, if I could be more specific with numbers, when you're on race mode, let's consider it 160 horsepower, the whole of it. You go to sport mode, you get 160 horsepower on low, and then when you go into wet, you kind of cut it to about half, which is like what I would say 120. I'm not really specific with the numbers, but that's what I'm gonna say, and that's how it feels, and it feels really different.
Many people have said these bikes are unreliable. I strongly believe this is a myth. Perhaps I'm part of that percentage of Panigale owners who hasn't felt any issues with my bike so far. If you follow your owner's manual and do your maintenance on time, you should be fine. Remember, taking care of your bike is the only way to keep it running. Overall, this bike has a very aggressive riding feel into it. Compared to other bikes I've driven off camera, such as the ZX6R, the Gixxer 600, and the Yamaha R6, all of those bikes are in the same family, and with the V-twin roaring under you, with the whole frame perfectly balanced, the bike feels so nimble and light. Like I said, the seat is nowhere to be comfortable. So if you're considering this purchase, don't think about the seat. I wouldn't recommend this bike for a beginner. There's far more experience that needs to be learned before hopping on this 959, as it can be easily underestimated with numbers. I also think this bike can be used to commute if that is your cup of tea to having this bike. Obviously, this bike is born to be on the track to feel its full potential. So at the end, this is my official long-term review about the Ducati Panigale 959. And I think and hope I've covered everything you guys should know before purchasing this specific bike. If there's anything you want to ask, feel free to leave it in the comment below. I would also like to know if you guys enjoy these bike reviews. By leaving a thumbs up, I can figure out if you guys want me to make these reviews. One last thing, I want to thank you for everyone who has been riding with me through this channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and like promised, I will be doing a giveaway to thank you for joining me on this journey. At 1,000, I will be announcing the giveaway prize on YouTube. For you to enter, you must subscribe to my channel, Hula Maxes, and Just Sanji, which you can easily do at the end of the video. Remember to leave a comment saying #1000 subs, and you must like this specific video, which I will leave in the description below. The winner will be announced after the 1000 mark, so make sure you share and spread the love. As always, ride safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.